What's up, y'all? Welcome to your pick a card reading. So this video will consist of 3 different readings. One or multiple may resonate with you, so just intuitively choose based on, I have 3 cards on the table, and so each one will represent its own reading, and then I'll have timestamps so you can go click on your reading. Or like I said, multiple may call to you, so just trust your intuition. So the first is the moon. The second reading will be guided by the magician. And the third will be guided by the star. So take a moment. If there's like a specific card that immediately pulls you to it, that's definitely the reading for you. If you are still having trouble clicking into your intuition with this, I'll give a brief little, just like literally just a sentence for each card, and so if that more or less feels like a valid description of where you're at this time, then that may be your reading. So with the moon, I would feel like if you're in a space of deep disclarity at this time, a lot feels up in the air and unknown, and like it could go in so many different directions and you just feel very disclear. This may be your reading. The magician, if you're feeling very much in a space of action and power and movement, and like manifestations are starting to really unlock for you in rapid time, this may be the reading that is calling you. The star, if you feel like you're in a deep era of healing, inward reflection, etc., this may be your reading. But like I said, whichever called to you initially, that's the reading for you. I just am giving those little descripts in case that could help someone. Welcome, reading number 1, guided by the moon. Let's get into it and see what energy is coming out to guide us. We have 5 of Wands in reverse. With this coming out immediately under the moon, it feels like, especially when it comes to a sense of community right now, partnership, collaboration, things feel very kind of unsettled, or I even kind of got disturbed. Like it's like maybe you had certain expectations or hopes for how things would feel at this time, and it's kind of like you're feeling some like yearning for soul family and just people that really get you. I feel like you could feel maybe a little misunderstood, and you're very like there's confusion, there's disclarity around this. Let's go deeper. Page of Cups. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And 7 of Wands in reverse. I'm like breaking my arm doing that. Why? Okay. So, okay, Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and 7 of Wands in reverse. It feels like there is some sort of new opportunity or offer or connection coming through, and it's based in the heart space. It's based in an emotional world. And I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse next to it, it's like this could very well be leading into a brand new path for you in a really big way. Like it's like maybe this one connection or this one opportunity, this one being that is like incoming is kind of opening up a new way of seeing yourself and representing yourself in the world at large, and it's switching a lot of things up for you and allowing you to unlock a new path with the Ace of Pentacles. But it's like in the reverse, because it's still something that's like in the works. It's still making its way into your field, but it feels like the connection or the opportunity itself is very near. It's just like through that, it's going to take time to then open up this whole path. You feel me? And with the Seven of Wands in reverse, it's definitely a time where you're really you're examining your boundaries and like what you're willing to, you're reorganizing for yourself what you're willing to accept into your life, into your field of energy. And I just got like things are getting mad sharp for you. Like it's like you're getting really specific and selective with it, and they're like, it's like you can't underestimate how much this is gonna change things for you. Like I feel like this is kind of where all this confusion was coming from, and this sense of like disruption within your sense of community. It's like you were allowing too many energies into your field. Like it's like to a certain extent, this may be a bit of an exaggeration, but you were just kind of like allowing anything that came through to flow in. And it's like you're learning how to really trust your internal compass and fill it out, and like say no to opportunities and connections that are not fully resonating with you. It's like you're no longer so scared, especially when this specific opportunity or connection comes through. It's like, oh, that's what I deserve. That's what I've been like looking for type shit. And now that I know what that looks and feels like, I don't need all this other shit. Like I don't need to keep accepting that tier of energy. And it's really clearing things up for you, and it's reorganizing the way you hold yourself and move in the world. You feel me? On the bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So with her coming out in the reverse, and it's right underneath the Ace of Pentacles in reverse in the spread, I feel like there's this really overwhelming energy of like nurturing that is starting to radiate from and through you once you're like in the thick of this new path. It's like I mean, I feel like you already have a very nurturing energy about you, but it's like you're unlocking a very evolved tier and realm of this energy about you, and it's like it's attracting so much. Like it's a very magnetic energy. People feel it, people sense it, whether they can like give it like tangible word to it. It's like they feel it off of you, and it's something that's, yeah, it's magnetizing a lot in, and it's allowing this very circulatory flow of like you're in this space of just already expecting and knowing that you are always receiving, and so you're comfortable to always be giving as well, because it's like you have this sharpened sense of discernment. So it's like when I know I'm wanting to give to something, it's a free flow now. It's like you're able to release these old, you had some walls up, you had some paranoia about you, and kind of like conflicting energies that were keeping you from fully giving to situations where you actually felt aligned to, because of like, it's like a trauma of like how you've been treated in the past, or situations you've attracted into you in the past through your lack of boundaries. Now that your boundaries are sharp, and it's like, and we're speaking in a future tense, right? Because this is like once this Ace of Pentacles, this new path is like well underway, is you're in a space where you really feel that click into your boundaries and your priorities and your just this really sharp tool of selectivity. And once you have that and you feel like secure and stable in that, it's allowing you to release so many of these walls that you put up. Is that you now know boundaries as opposed to walls. It's like boundaries show people where the door's at, walls keep people out, and it's like you're allowed to actually let people in now because you got those boundaries. So this is some really major evolution happening, and like I said, don't underestimate how this is gonna switch everything up, because it's just like it's all about what you're attracting and what you're like. Once you're able to have boundaries that are keeping the lower tier energies out, it just gives that much more space for the higher tier energies to come through. You feel me? So it's like, this is a huge evolutionary step for you, and it's gonna change things a lot. We have the Strength card in reverse. We have Three of Cups in reverse. These are all like in reverse because I feel like there's such like it's energies to look forward to. It's energies to like, they're not really in your present field at this current moment, it doesn't feel like, but it's like this energy seems very future focused, and I feel like that in itself is a message of like, what you're currently in right now is temporary and it's for your evolution. And I just got a clear message of like, I feel like there's a lot of focus right now that's like in the present moment, which sounds like, because we're always saying, right, like focus on the present moment, like that's all there is, but it feels like there's a lot in the present moment. That being said, there's a lot in the present moment that doesn't seem like, it doesn't feel like it's going quite right. Like I said, it feels very like disrupted, and there's like this energy of disappointment. And I feel like it's type impossible to not focus on that, because it's like, it's what you're in right now. But it feels like the more you're focusing on that, the more it's kind of just like dragging that energy and keeping you somewhat of a standstill in it. And it feels like the advice here is to do like prosperity meditations, for example, where you really like, so first clear your energy, all of that, do some just like regular breathing, or if you know like spinal breathing exercises, things like this, to just calm the nervous system, get you in a really clear space. And then visualize your highest life, your highest path. What does it feel like? What does it look like? Get as specific as you can, and simultaneously know that your highest path is like what you can't even imagine right now, but it's like, activate those really feel good energies and marinate in that energy as much as you can, like in a way that you're expecting it, in a way that you're looking forward to it, and you know it's yours, because the fact that you desire it, the fact that you can see it and feel it, it's yours. You feel me? And it feels like those, like marinating in that frequency would do really great wonders, and kind of like pulling you out of this murky present moment that you're kind of staying a little bit in a loop in, and help you like elevate into that higher timeline and get those energies moving. But it's definitely so much to look forward to. First of all, the Three of Cups is like a huge card of celebration, and it's also a card of community. So it's like, it's showing the opposite of the Five of Wands in reverse that I got with the moon. Like those paired together, it felt like, disruption in this sense of community. This is stepping into a space of like, I feel like I have my soul people like with me, and it feels so fulfilling. It feels so like like you really attracted that in by being your highest version, by embodying who you truly want to be. So major celebration to be had. And with the strength card in reverse, so the strength card is a Leo card, and it's all about the heart space. And I feel like there's this new realm of the heart space that's based in strength and courage that you are unlocking through this journey. And it's putting you in a really powerful space of being able to, I heard, stand tall in your love, like in a way that you've never been able to do before. It feels like you've always been a person of a very sensitive, deep heart space, but you've struggled with shame and embarrassment around this, and second guessing and insecurities of some sort. I feel like with this new tier, this new unlock that's happening through this whole journey, it's like you're stepping into a new sense of confidence with your love, and you're kind of like just slingshotted, it feels like, into this space of sturdiness with it, and being like, this is my love and I stand on it. I stand on what I say, I stand on what I do, I stand on what I am and how I show up with love. And I know that love is the highest frequency. It's nothing to feel bad about in any type of way. I'm doing nothing wrong. Like, I am this is me. And it's a new space of this where it's so much better received than it has been in the past, because it's like, in the past, yes, you still had this depth of love and heart space about you, but like I said, there was an underlying doubt around it, that kind of like, even if people don't see consciously that you feel insecure about it, they're still receiving that energetically, and that don't feel quite right. And so then it makes it difficult to like go through all the way, and people can't fully receive your love in the way that you would want them to. And I feel like this is changing with all of this, because it's, like I said, it's finding a new strength about this. It's finding a new confidence and realness about it. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go in with the Priestess of Light Oracle deck, and we're gonna get the concluding card. What is the concluding message for reading number 1 with the moon? Soul Radiance, Phoenix Rising. I'm telling you, this just feels like a huge shift and evolution, like a huge journey of evolution. Like, there's so much being upgraded here in a really massive way that's working in kind of like a snowball effect or a domino effect. It's like this thing comes in and it provokes this new path, which then brings in this new energy and strengthens your heart in this way and calls in all this celebration and these new boundaries. Like, you feel me? Like, it's like one door opens to so many, and it accumulates to create this huge rising effect of your energy. I feel like in a short span of time, your vibrations are just gonna like skyrocket and totally shift your world and the way you show up in your world and all of it. It's a huge evolutionary step. So with this, I'm also getting like right now in this present moment could be a really I feel like you need to rest. I feel like you need to kind of like recharge your batteries, because like I said, this is so much skyrocketing all at once that it's like, if you're feeling sick at all, if you're feeling any calls to resting, isolation, just like really focusing on nurturing your body and like self-care, like more inward energy, trust that, because I feel like, sorry, my dog's trying to get in. Brother, you want to come in? Trust that, because I feel like there's so much shifting that you're gonna need that energy for, and yeah, you don't want to be depleted when this is all trying to bust through. So get some rest, recharge yourself so that you're able to actually get the highest evolution in this slot of time, in this opportunity as you can. All right, that's what I got for you. Reading number 1. Namaste. The divine in me bows to the divine in you. If this reading resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, peace. Welcome to reading number 2, guided by the magician. I'm clearing the energy from the first reading, and I'm about to start shuffling, but I got a really clear message with this just now that wanted to come out before I even drew any cards. So normally I'm such an advocate for like resting as much as possible, like even when you're in eras of like lots of action and motion, it's like you need to recharge in between everything, and I will always advocate for that. Listen to your body, all of that. But that being said, I did just get a really clear message of it was like objects in motion like to stay in motion, objects in rest like to stay in rest. What is that, inertia or something? Like, and I also got like, if you don't use it, you lose it. And what I'm getting off of all this is that it's like you're in a really you're in an activated space right now. You're like in your masculine power, which when I say masculine, that don't have to do with gender. That's like, masculine is very action oriented. It's movement, it's strong, it's applying pressure type of energy, as opposed to feminine is associated with receptive, intuition, inward, receiving. This is giving, this is action. And we each have a balance of masculine and feminine energy within us. So like I said, it don't apply to gender, but it feels like you're really tapped into this energy right now. Or if you're not feeling that at this current moment, you are like very much on your way into that. And it feels like this is almost a gift. This is incoming energy it has so much potential to be put to good use, and it's not gonna last forever. Like, you will exit this era, things change, energies shift, and you will go into a receptive era at some point after this. And so it just feels like there's this emphasis on really making the most of this energy while it's here. So like I said, always listen to your body and make sure you're getting your recharge in between things. But it's like, if you are sitting in your bed or something and you just have this feeling like you can't rest, and it's like, I can sit here but I'm not actually resting, I'm not actually recharging anything because my energy just is in motion, it just feels like I need to get up, I would follow that impulse, because it feels like there's energies that you can make progress and headway in with this energy that won't be here forever. So that is a clear message that is guiding this reading, so buckle up. And yeah, let's get into it and see. Let's go deeper. Interesting, the Hermit. This is so interesting because everything I'm describing is such a forward motion, active energy, whereas the Hermit is much more, I wouldn't even say it's such, like, it's still a masculine energy, but it's a very gentle one. It's a very wise one. He is in motion. He is in journey. He's following, the card is depicted, the hermit is following his lantern, which is the star, which is interesting because the next reading number 3, is guided by the star, which it either follows this card or comes before it. To be real with you, I can't remember off top, but they go together, and he is following this light, this inspiration, this idea, whatever the star symbolizes. And it feels like with all this, like, yes, you are in motion, yes, you are in a space of action and forward movement, but there is a simultaneous call to really feeling inward through this space of action. And it's like, it's not just exerting effort just to exert effort, you feel me? It's definitely work smarter, work wiser, not harder. But it's like you have energy at your disposal at this time in a really special way to catapult you. But it's like, if you don't have the clear lantern lit up that is guiding you, take a moment to feel into that, to go inward through your space of motion, if that makes sense. Like, you want to be careful not to just be going without a clear vision, without a clear, even if you can't see or rationalize where it is you're headed, you still feel that alignment, you feel that click into space. If you're not feeling that, take a minute. Don't just like burn yourself out, because like I said, something about this energy feels like it's infinite in a way, but it's also got some type of, why did I just hear time capsule? Hold on, I feel like there's a message here. I'm getting, this is a time of your life that's really going to shift things in a way that you're going to look back on and like really see this as like, that's when it all changed. Like, there's like a before this era and an after, you feel me? Like, it's like this moment that you're in right now where you're making so much progress and so much is activated and you're moving so much. It's serving as a time capsule in a way that it's like, you're gonna look back on this specific time of life and remember it forever and see it forever as when things really started to shift and change for you. Wow, that's cool. All right, let's keep going. I feel like these two. So we have Strength in reverse and 3 of Cups in reverse, which these came out in the last reading, so this is interesting. I feel like it's kind of like there's an overlap in the collective right now, and I feel like for some of y'all, you may have been called to both the first reading and this second reading. But during, like, throughout this path, this journey, where so much is shifting and it's like you're coming to the after of it that I was referring to, there's hella celebration to be had, lots of sense of community and fulfilling within the heart space, especially with Strength in reverse. It's like, Strength is a Leo card, is card of the heart space, like a really, really the deepest love you can embody. And it's coming into a new depth of courage and strength about your love and being able to stand tall in it in a way where it's like you're not in a space of second guessing or doubting or insecure about this expression of love in any way, because it's like you've come to an evolved space of really feeling how divine it is, how it just is you, it is your truth, and you've decided, you've declared, you've fully embodied that you only want to be your truth, and that's that. It don't matter what nobody else has to say about it, or what it looks like from the outside, or even what you got to say about it. It's like, my truth is my truth, and I stand on that, and nothing can shake that at this point. It's like a very evolved depth of owning and embracing your truest expression of love. So I just got that this is almost like an after effect. Interesting. It's like there's this major focus in this reading into all that you're unlocking in a very physical way. It's like things are shifting in such an undeniable way that it's like, it's not only noticed by you. It's not just like an internal transformation that you deeply feel, but maybe others can't quite see. It's like, it's like you've already done that to a very significant degree. And this is the era where it's like movement is very much happening in the physical realm in a way that it's like everyone can see it. It's undeniable. It's shifting your whole life. And then this like really deep evolution of the heart space that's welcoming in so much love and magnetizing in such a fruitful sense of community. This is almost like the aftershock, the after effect of all this energy that you're unlocking. That's what it feels like. Let's go deeper. It feels like it's all connected. Like it's like you wouldn't even expect. You felt like this focus really just was a physical based endeavor, a physical based achievement of some sort, but it's like it's connected to so much more than that. It's connected to a really deep sense of self that you're unlocking and embodying, and that's so connected to your heart space and your love. You feel me? Like it's all linked together type shit. We have Page of Pentacles in reverse, and we have Nine of Cups in reverse. So this feels like you're in the past, maybe the very recent past, you were feeling this Page of Pentacles energy where you felt somewhat of like somewhat immature or somewhat of a novice, or very much in the beginning of some type of journey that was pentacle based. So it could be within your career or just like your sense of self, your visions of self. And it's very surprising how much is like shifting in a short amount of time. It's like with the Page of Pentacles in reverse being here right under the Magician upright, it's like I feel like in the recent past there was this energy of kind of like impatience, where you were like seeing yourself and where you're currently at, and you're like, yo, I still have to like climb this and this and this and this rung of the ladder before I can even get to where I'm headed. Like I'm so far from where I should be or where I want to be type shit. That type of energy. And it's like somehow you just jumped everything, and it's because you didn't follow the rules. You didn't follow the journey by the book of what like most people do, or what was expected of you, or like the rational type of steps that one would take to get to where you're trying to be. It's like you really followed, especially with the Hermit card. That's why I said like it's not just about exerting this energy that you have about you right now just because it's there and just anywhere. It's like you really want to be following this intuitive inner guidance, this inner light. Go towards what makes you feel light. Go towards what makes you feel good, and clicked into that sense of like passion and inspiration and motivation that you have, that is fueling your passions and your journey. And that is what's enabling you to kind of just like skip to the top and not really go the traditional route. You're going the route that is meant for you, that is designed for your actual soul in this lifetime. And yeah, with Nine of Cups in reverse, it's like you were in a space of seeing all these different outcomes, potential possibilities, and it's like some of them you liked and some of them kind of scared you. And I feel like I just got, look at the bottom. Four of Swords in reverse. Oh, okay, so it's like, because this is kind of like future timelines, right? I'm giving you guidance for the present moment to get to this. It feels like in this current moment, when you're dreaming and visualizing different outcomes and possibilities, it feels like there's a mixture of different energies coming up with that. And like I said, some of them you like and some of them are fear-based, and you're still releasing these and learning to not give them energy. And it feels like with Four of Swords in reverse, when you feel those different timelines and visualizations and potentials come up that don't feel good, it feels like there's this really intense call inward into a space of solitude, meditation, inward reflection, and really getting clear with yourself about what your highest path in self really looks and feels like, and giving, like, I'm gonna let the siren pass. It's about a space of awareness with this, and really being able to choose where your attention, what timelines and possibilities you are energizing with your thoughts and your visions. And yeah, it just feels like when you feel these, it's like you don't need to stress yourself out and monitor every thought that you have. But when you feel like, it's so much easier to stay in your emotional compass, like in your feeling based compass. So when you feel bad, when you feel like, oh, this is a fear-based thought because it's making me feel heavy, it's making me feel fearful for my future, it's making me doubt myself, come into a space of awareness around that, and know that it don't even matter how realistic that outcome could or couldn't be, or how much you may or may not look like you're heading into it. You know that by taking that bait, by energizing that further, it's only propelling you into that path more. So just from a space of logic and rationality in what's best for you, you come into a space of awareness and you choose to visualize differently. And I just feel like, especially at this current time, this is really helping you redirect your path and keep bringing you onto this space of alignment, this timeline where you are actively following your lantern, your most divine and brightest inspirations and pathway. And I feel like you already do really well with this in general, but it's something that you're like, you constantly need to be checking in with and keep redirecting you back onto your path, because it will stray at times. Even if most of the time you are in that alignment, it's calling for extra awareness. Especially, I just got a message, like, so with you being in this magician energy at this time, it's like, yes, you have so much energy fueling you and you're in a space of action and movement, but with that, you're very rapidly manifesting and attracting. And it's like, that's amazing, because it's like you can accomplish so much in a short period of time when that the energy's busting like that. Is so magnetic, is so energized. But that goes both ways. So it's like when you are slipping into lesser thought patterns, lower vibrational thought patterns, that is magnetizing at that strength as well. So it's like I just saw 4444 on the time thing, which means there's so much angelic guidance about you right now, and you're very well protected. So trust that, know that. And this is the Four of Swords we're talking about. Interesting. But it's like at different eras in your life where you're not in such a magnetized space, it's like you can afford to kind of have these insecurities and fears and things come in at times and not have such a deep effect on you. And I'm not saying this to put you in a space of fear, but it's just like an awareness to have that, like, it's gonna so much better serve you to, as much as you can, keep in these higher thought patterns, because those are rapidly attracting and manifesting. And when you fall into the lower ones, those are doing a little bit more damage than they would if you were in a less magnetic state. You feel me? So it's really important to keep coming into this awareness and consciously redirecting your thought patterns and the flow of your energy. I'm gonna get one more card, and then we're gonna go on with an oracle card to conclude the reading. But it feels like there's one more tarot that wants to come out. The Moon in reverse. Interesting. Because pile number 1 was the Moon. So with this, and wasn't there was something else, the Strength and the Three of Cups both came out in reverse, which was in the first reading as well. So I feel like the reading number 1 and reading number 2 are linked and connected for at least some people. So if you feel a calling to reading number 1 as well, I highly recommend also checking that out. But with the Moon in reverse, it feels like you're coming into a space of clarity, like very it's like where things were blurry and felt mad, like it was like you were in a deep unknown. Things are coming into a much deeper sense of clarity and truth. I just got truth really strong. There may, for some of y'all, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, but it feels like there's a very distinct truth coming to light that's going to really help you clear your energy. I just got, so for those of you that resonates with, or if you find this happening in your near future, there's this call for openness and almost this energy of like forgiveness. It feels like an energy of compassion. So it's like it feels like this truth has the potential to negatively affect you if you allow it to like put you into a space of deep reaction. It's like, I don't know, someone maybe, this is not going to be for everyone, but someone may be coming through and like telling you something about a connection in the past, or like it could be so many different things. Like I said, this is a general reading, so I don't know, but it's like when this truth comes to light, you have the option to react. Like it's like you would be justified to be angry about this, or to even like punish the other person in the situation, or whatever the situation is. You see a rational reason for that type of reaction, But it feels like if you can instead choose compassion and a softening around this and an openness around this, which don't mean you have to continue with this person in your life or that you need to like give them like more power in this situation or anything like that. It's more about coming from a space of like gentleness, compassion for human experience, and knowing that we're all moving in our own paths for our highest journey. And connections like this, even where disruptions happen and difficulties and someone moved or said something that negatively impacted you, in the end, this is all for our evolution. This is all growing us, which is what we're here to do. And so kind of coming to this softer, more compassionate lens of it will allow it to only offer you more clarity going forward, as opposed to dragging your energy down, getting caught in any type of anger or pointing fingers or getting in a back and forth. Like, it's only putting you in a loop with that energy that if you really feel that way, it's gonna much better serve you to just disengage and move on up. You feel me? So that's a specific message that just came through. Let's go. I'm gonna go in with the Shaman's Dream Oracle to get a concluding message for this reading. What is the concluding message for reading number 2? Unmarked Trail, Revelation. I'm really feeling this with the last card, the Moon in Reverse. It's like you're going somewhere that no one's ever been before with the unmarked trail. And it's like right now, I feel like you're still very much in this moon energy where things look very... It's like you feel this lantern, you feel this guidance, internal guidance that's leading you, and that's what's allowing some sort of like grounding and almost like faith-based energy and all this action energy that you're moving with. It's like without that light, without that guidance and that trust and that faith, you may be feeling real restless at this time, because it's like, I don't know where I'm headed. All I know is that it's like moving. It's kind of like you know, in a dream where you're like driving or something and you can't hit the brakes, you're just like gunning it, and it's like, I gotta choose where I go, but I can't stop it. So it's like it's giving that. It's giving like just like a really intense drive forward, and being able to tap into this guidance that you have with it is like your only hope. Like, it's like the only way through, because otherwise you feel like you're about to crash. Like I said, you're very guided, you're very angelically held and guided at this time, and you do have this lantern within you, so it's like you're Gucci. But it's like, keep checking back in with that, because it's such forward momentum energy, and it's an unmarked trail type shit. Like there is no rule book to this. There is no plan. You feel me? Like you're taking this moment by moment with this energy. But you got this. You have your internal compass. So keep checking in with that and trust the path that you're on. Alright, that's what I got for you, reading number 2. If this reading resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, namaste. The divine in me bows to the divine in you. Welcome to reading number 3, guided by the star card. Let's get into it and see what the energy's about here. Six of Pentacles. And it stood out to me just now that it flew out in reverse and jumped upright. And the Six of Pentacles is about coming to a space of harmony and balance. And what that jump symbolized to me just now was like, you may be in a space where things look out of balance, out of harmony. Sorry if you can hear my dog back here doing whatever she's doing. But you're in a space of feeling like maybe there's a specific connection that's coming to mind, or a specific situation, or just the flow of the energy in general right now for you that just feels something's not quite balanced, something's not flowing in a harmonious way. And it feels like either I'm getting a split in the energies right now, because this is a general reading, so it's different for different people. I feel like there's one group of you where things look that way, they appear that way, but it's actually very harmonious, it's actually very balanced, in the sense that maybe things aren't as they appear, or is how it needs to be for this, or I guess that's the second group. It's like, or it's everything that is playing out the way that it is right now that feels disharmonious and out of balance is for harmony and balance to actually happen. It's the way the evolution needs to unfold. It's like you couldn't just jump to the harmony and balance. You have to, this is part of the process, this is part of the path. But trust that it's flowing towards the space of balance. Naturally, cosmically, everything is moving towards balance in a way where it's like, you don't need to force it, you don't need to make it happen. You can't, even if you wanted to or tried to. The energy has to move the way it needs to move. You feel me? Let's go deeper. Damn, they're jumping. Okay, we have the Hermit in reverse. We have Five of Wands. And we have Queen of Wands, both upright. Interesting. So with the Hermit in reverse, it feels like you've been in a space of very much like a solo dolo type of journey, like very much in your solitude with it and very to yourself, but like from a space of like, that's how you've been led, that's how you felt internally called. It didn't necessarily feel like a space of loneliness or lack. It was more like you intentionally gathered your energy, collected it, and kept it clear. You just intuitively felt like that was like your best move at this time, and it's very actively now leading you into a space of really deep community. It just made me like light up for a second. Like it's like, feels like hugs and just like friendships and connections in general, collaborating in work and like passion. And it's just like, it feels like you were kind of in a space where you were almost like, yes, I know that I had other energies that I could have been interacting with, but I like felt like I needed to be in solitude. And like, as much as that felt good and divine and right for you and healthy and all of that, it also had you in a space of like, oh, I kind of miss when like I was so deep in it, in connection with other people. Maybe you've been single for a while, or just in general, like, yeah, your energy was very independent, and it almost was giving that feeling of like, how long is this road of solitude? Like, am I never gonna connect with people again the way I used to? Like, you were starting to kind of wonder that, and now it's like this abundance of love and community and feeling like a part of something that not just a part of just anything, but a part of like soul family, soul calling. It feels really, really good. I'm like, can we just stay in this energy the whole reading? Like, I love feeling it. Like, it feels not good. And it's also activating you into this Queen of Wands energy, where it's like, there's just so much, like, it's busting inspiration and passion, creative type of energy. It's like, I feel like there's this huge activation happening in your sacral chakra, which is your second chakra, the color orange. And yeah, it's the chakra of creativity, nurturement, also your sexual sacred energy and maternal type of energy, all of this, which it don't matter your gender, this is just kind of like it's an energy, you feel me? We all have divine masculine and feminine within us, and this is being activated through this, I feel like right now. And it's calling in all this energy. It's very attractive. It's very magnetic. And I'm starting to feel like, I think this is more than just friendships you're attracting. We have the Tower on the bottom of the deck. It's so much like, because usually with this is known to just be like a major card of transformation. And it's like so much is being uprooted, and it's a very intense transformation that a lot of people have some type of like reaction to, because it's like, I don't want, like, people are scared of really significant change all at once. But I'm getting a different energy off of this Tower energy. Like, it feels so, like, you see how it's looking like the wands here? It feels very connected to this. It doesn't feel like a super intense shake-up transformation that I usually would get off of this card. In this reading, it's feeling like almost like a bolt of lightning is striking, and there's this like really intense idea or project of some sort, this new path activation. And yeah, it's very connected to, I just got sense of worth, which is what I was not about to say, but I'm feeling that. It's like, I think you're really starting to see in the physical realm how much value you carry and hold. And it's like, you've been in a space of feeling this and knowing this internally, but it wasn't so much seen by people around you, or actively, maybe some people around you, but it wasn't in such active collaboration or like involvement, you feel me? Like, it was kind of kept to yourself to an extent, whether that was your choice or people weren't fully seeing it and embracing it and inviting it. But it's like, it just feels like the room is shaking. Like, you shook the room. Like, things are stirring and things are activating, and it's in a way where it can really be seen by people. I feel like that's been this energy of being seen, like something that you can see from the outside, not just you yourself, has been something that's been through, I think, all three readings. It feels like a deep part of the collective energy at this time is like, we're all starting to really see each other. Like, we're starting to all see each other's worth and true colors and all of that. And it makes sense because we're all reflections of each other. And it feels like there's something energetically shifting on all of planet Earth in regards to this, just based off of these readings. Like, it feels like this is like a collective thread, is that thing, this is being seen in a new way. Let's keep going. The Hanged Man and The 8 of Swords in reverse. So, and I feel like this one, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. With the Hanged Man, it feels like, yeah, so it's kind of paralleling or like extending, connecting to this 6 of Pentacles energy, where remember it like jumped out in reverse but was flipped over. And it's like you're kind of in this space right now of, it's on some realm discomfort. It feels kind of like you're in an active suspension and surrender, and like my man's blood is rushing to his head. It's not something like, it's not a position he wants to be just chilling in, but it's like it's evolving him. It's very actively shifting his perspective. That's very much what this card is about. Is like there's this perspective shift happening through this space of, I don't even feel like it's really severe discomfort, but it's just like, it's connected to this energy of like something feels out of balance, something looks out of balance, something isn't quite harmonious. It's not giving harmonious, it's giving like, why am I here? Why am I chilling in this? And it's like, it's part of a perspective shift that needs to happen in order for you to like bust through to all this fire, wands, creative community and type of energy. So I feel like as comfortable as you can get in the uncomfortable at this time, but I don't think you're gonna be hanging here much longer. Like it feels like you're very much, you're getting this perspective shift and you're on your way out. But this could be like the current energy that you're in, and this may be showing up as a sense of restlessness. I would try to like calm yourself and not let yourself spin out into a space of like overthinking why things feel so disharmonious. Just trust that it is moving towards a space of balance, and all you need to do is be following this internal compass of yours and your intuition and your callings, and trust that naturally, cosmically, energies will balance themselves. So yeah, don't spin out and create too much doubt or fear or second guessing. Like, you are meant to be here. You are on your path with all of this. And with the 8 of Swords in reverse, you're very soon coming into this, like with this perspective shift, it feels like you're breaking free of this cage of the mind you've been in. It's like in the past you were looking at things way too hard from a space of like rationality and like very just like physical based. Like it was like, oh, things look this way, so I view myself this way because I don't see my highest self playing out in this current moment, you feel me? But it's like you had your highest self available to you the whole time, but because you couldn't see it, or because other people couldn't see it, that's what I'm getting more. Other people couldn't see it, so you were letting that color how you saw you. It's like you got caught in that trap at some point in some way, and now with this perspective shift, you're breaking free of that. You're learning to be viewing yourself inward out, or like feeling yourself inward out. So it's like it don't even matter how they see me or even how I see me, because I feel me. You feel me? It's like you are breaking free of those shackles, and that's what the 8 of Swords is about to me in reverse. It's like, because when it's upright, it's like this person is, swords represent logic and brain-based ways of thinking, and this person is blindfolded because the guidance is to go into this space of internal, intuitive, feelingly senses to guide you, because things aren't exactly how they look, And even if they were, it don't really matter how it looks. It's more about the feeling that's guiding you and where you're headed. And when you're looking too closely down at what's on the table right now, you're not energizing where you could be going. You feel me? And so with it coming out in the reverse, it's like on the other side of this hanged man, you've received that message, you've received that guidance, and you trust it. You've officially locked into it, and you are riding that wave, and it's leading you right to this Nine of Pentacles, which came out in the reverse because it's still the future. But the Nine of Pentacles is, it's such an abundant magnetic energy, and it's very nurturing. It's very much kind of this, like, I associate this with the phrase, I could take it or leave it. It's putting you in such a magnetic space because it's like you've cultivated such a wealthy sense of self within you that you fully feel. It's like you don't need to second guess it or prove it to nobody or nothing, because it's like, I feel it, I am it, like I already know. And that puts you in a space of like, when people come into your life or when opportunities come in, it's like, I don't need it. Whatever it is, I don't care what it is, I don't need it, because I'm good with myself, even just sitting right here in my room by myself. Like, you feel me? Like, I have everything right within me right now at all times. It's about your inward energy that you hold, and it's like, I think you feel me. It's like, it's so grand, it's so fulfilling that it's like, even these offers that would be really cool and stuff, it's like I'm not in a space of lack and feeling like I need it in order to feel better about myself or in order to elevate myself, because I'm already able to embody my highest self right here with my eyes closed, with nobody watching. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the best energy to attract from, because it allows you to be ultimately discerning and selective about the energies that you choose to accept and welcome in. Whereas when you're in a space where you're like, I need something, I need to get higher here, I need to do more here, I want to look like this to people, and I want to prove this to people, it's like you're too like, even the good things that you're attracting in, it's like you don't even know if there could be a higher thing, because you're just too focused on like, I need the next step, I need something right now, that you're not able to fully click in and listen to your internal compass, because you're moving from a space of lack and you're just taking what you can get type shit. Even if you don't want to see it that way, like, that's just the energy. It's not any space of judgment. That's just like, when you're not in the Nine of Pentacles energy, that's what you can't easily succumb to. And that in itself cuts off your highest paths. It doesn't allow you to attract the very highest opportunity or pathway for you. And so yeah, this is an energy that you're really starting to get familiar with and embody and nurture and grow into, and it's gonna allow so much to come through. And it's like, I'm seeing so much like gold energy on the table that is like glowing to me, and it's wealth, and it's not wealth in financial, I mean, it is wealth in financial terms, but it's so much more just like an energy. And like, money is a part of it, sure, because that's inherent in abundant energy, is like, you're attracting energy that's gonna allow you to live your most abundant life, which in our society looks like money too. But I'm saying it's like this golden energy is very connected to like your sense of self, and just this like overall energy and feeling of abundance and fulfillment. It feels like so much of that is like pouring into your energetic fields in the very near future. So that's what's up. That's definitely something to look forward to. I'm gonna go in with the Starseed Oracle deck and get a concluding energy. What is the concluding message for the star card reading number 3? Multiple popped out, but I feel like this one. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. I feel like you are so divinely guided and supported in, it's like you're a person of power in the spirit realms already, and there's so much more divine support and guidance that you have available to you than you even know. I feel like it's like you already feel that, but it's like there's new depths of this that you haven't even fully realized or found awareness in, and therefore you haven't even unlocked these extra. It's like we sometimes need to ask for very specific invitation or guidances from our angels and our guides, and it's crazy what you can unlock when you specifically, speaking out loud, ask for it and connect with that on a very aware, conscious, direct, intentional level. And I feel like there's a lot here that you can tap into if you make that intention and go deeper with it. I'm getting something else though, hold on. It's the look a little deeper for me. I'm getting that this is a specific message that may not be relevant to everyone, but if it's hitting for you, then it's for you. It's like there's a specific, I don't know if it's a situation or experience that you're viewing in a way that is somewhat surface level, and it's like it feels like you're thinking a bit too much about an end result here or how things look physically, and I'm getting this really big emphasis on the journey of an experience or the energies that are taking you step by step through an experience. It's like you're going from a human based type of thinking where it's you're almost rushing the process, trying to get to the gold at the end of the rainbow is what I'm getting. And it's nah, y'all, the gold ain't even it. The gold isn't even the real gold here. The rainbow is the gold. I don't know, this is how it's translating to me. It's it's cliche to say it's not about the result, it's about the journey, but that's the message here. It's there's so much more. Don't rush through this process, don't expedite it, don't force nothing. There's so much that you can reap through this journey if you really take your time with it and move with it. Move with the energy instead of staying so focused on the end result. The depth, the real wealth here, the real payoff is in this journey that if you rush through, you don't get that chance back to get these. It's specific upgrades that are available to you through this journey, and this is your chance to get them type shit. It's don't rush this. That's what I'm getting. All right, that's what I got for y'all. Card number 3, stars. So if these messages resonate with you, please like, comment, subscribe. Namaste. The divine in me bows to divine in you. Tani Makasi.